Hi, you are listening to iRadio OUM, roaming across your mind. Thank you for tuning in today with us. You are tuning to special segment right here. With me in the studio today, we have Dr. Afzhan Khan bin Muhammad Khalil, the director of APEL. Welcome, Doctor, to iRadio. It's our pleasure to have you here. Today, Dr. Afzhan will talk to us about APEL, right? Most of us are not sure what APEL is. Perhaps in this segment, you can enlighten us. Without further ado, let me ask you a question. What APEL is?
APEL is a systematic process of documenting a student's formal, informal and non-formal experiential learning, assessing it and recognizing it. But there's a very long definition. Let me put it short and sweet for you. Use your working experience and get admission with OUM using APEL. You see, we have done a study from January 2015 right up to January 2018. There's 10 semesters. We have about 34,100 learners enrolling in OUM. And I'm happy to say that more than 8,000 have come through APEL. That is easily 25% from the total admission, which means, statistically speaking, 1 out of 4 students in OUM is coming through APEL. How wonderful is that?
Our prospective learners can get into OUM. They can enroll as a student.
Exactly.
Okay. Perhaps you can explain further?
Okay, just put it this way. If I do not have enough academic qualification, but I want to study in OUM, so I have a lot of experience. Those experiences can be used and recognized as entry qualification or entry requirement to come in OUM via APEL. APEL is a bridge for these people.
Doctor, let me ask you, how do you persuade students to join OUM through APEL?
To answer this question, let me give you a story.
Oh, okay.
Okay? Is it okay if I share a story here?
Yes, please do.
Okay, so there was a crime scene in America with a 14-year-old boy holding a gun, shooting around.
All right.
And how was he stopped? A gym teacher came by and just said, "If you stop shooting, I will give you a hug and I will not leave you ever. Ever, I will never leave you." And can you believe it? The shooting scene ended. The boy gave away the pistol. Everyone was safe with just a hug. Love. I will do it with love. We will do it with love and compassion. See, we need to tell students the importance of APEL and what benefits it provides to people with love and compassion. And with that, I think anyone can be persuaded.
Now, can you please tell us, how does APEL help our society today?
APEL provides benefits to the learners. Okay, first of all, let's speak about the learners. It recognizes people's experience. It provides a platform, a bridge for people to enhance their career opportunities. It reduces time and costs through APEL-C, which I will explain later. And that is only for the learners. We also have benefits for the employers. In terms of employers, if I'm an employer, I want my employee to get better qualification and to get better training, and OUM is one of the best places to do that. Okay, and we do not disturb their working hours because, as you know, OUM's classes are on weekends, and that is one of the best benefits OUM can provide to people. From a conceptual point of view, let's look at the nation, Malaysia. 32 million people as our population, with an annual growth rate of 1.5%. Okay, and 68% of them are in the labour force participation, which means that people who are within 15 to 64 years old are working, and we need to increase the skilled workers in this country. And one of the best ways to do it is through APEL. APEL can help you increase your competitiveness, can help enhance the economy of the country.
And on top of that, I believe the qualification of the learners, right?
Yeah, if you enhance your qualification, you enhance indirectly you're enhancing your skills, and you also provide value to your employers. You provide value to the society. We can have a lot of discussions on this, but eventually it comes down to the same thing. We can improve our economy through APEL.
Okay. Well, Doctor, you have shared with us how APEL benefited the society. Can you share with us who can apply for APEL and what are the application requirements? Is there any fee for this APEL application?
Talking about entry requirements, let me explain the entry requirements of APEL A. There are two types of APEL, like I said just now. First is APEL A, which is APEL for admission. Second is APEL C, APEL for credit.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about APEL A first. APEL A, which means the entry requirement for APEL A. Now OUM, we have 3 levels. Mainly, we are talking about diploma, degree, and masters. For diploma, you need to be 20 years old in the year of application. You need to have relevant working experience, and you need to pass the APEL assessment. For degree, you need to be 21 years old in the year of application. You need to have relevant working experience, and you need to pass the APEL assessment. For masters, you need to be 30 years old in the year of application. You need to have relevant working experience. You need to pass the APEL assessment, but you need to have level 4 in the MQF domain, which means you need to have an STPM or a diploma at least.
Oh, okay.
For the moment, the fees for diploma is 155 ringgit. The fees for degree is 250 ringgit, and the fees for masters is 370 ringgit. And this is all waived in OUM.
All waived?
All waived.
Basically, the student can enroll and take the assessment for free.
Exactly. But
they should come to OUM then.
Of course. But before that, let me explain the breakdown of the assessment.
All right.
For diploma, the aptitude test is 100%, but you need to submit a portfolio because we want to review the experiential learning.
All right.
Alright, that's the first one. The second one is degree. For degree, you need to sit for an aptitude test, which is 30%, and submit a portfolio, which is 70%. Okay, it's very important. Portfolio becomes very important in the degree stage because we really want to see the linking between the theory and the program that you're applying and your experiential learning that you have. There must be some kind of consistency. And for masters, 40% is the aptitude test, 50% is the portfolio, and you need to sit for an interview, which is 10%. And that is basically the breakdown of the assessment for all the 3 levels in OUM.
For every level, they need to submit the portfolio, right?
Yes, portfolio is very important because portfolio shows the information on formal, informal, and non-formal learning. Now, let me explain. Formal learning means whatever you have studied in school before, whatever that is recognized and accredited. Okay, that's formal learning. Informal learning comes from your everyday life, your working experience. It's basically unintentional learning. And non-formal learning comes from trainings and seminars that you attend at your workplace.
How does our prospective learners prepare their portfolio?
The portfolio. Okay, this is a very interesting question, Mas.
Alright.
How do we prepare the portfolio? You see, in APEL Center, we preach. We really believe in technology.
Alright.
We have prepared a video to show you step by step how a portfolio should be prepared.
Alright.
And you can visit the YouTube and get more information on it. Not only that, we have an APEL Resource Center in our library. And all the good examples of portfolios are included in the library. You can come and view that. That can help you in preparing a better portfolio. That can also enhance the probability of you getting admission in OUM.
That's right. Well, listeners, you have listened to Dr. Afzhan explaining how to produce a good portfolio. So now, let's take a break. Hi, thank you so much for still tuning to iRadio OUM. With me today, I have mentioned his name earlier, Dr. Muhammad Afzhan Khan bin Muhammad Khalil, the director of APEL. Doctor, we have discussed earlier what is APEL A, you have explained. Can we move to the next question? What is APEL C?
APEL C, to put it in a most simple manner, you can use your working experience to get credit awards in OUM using APEL C.
Basically, we can use our working experience and change it to the credit?
Exactly. Okay, let me give you a simple example. If I'm a student, I'm doing a Bachelor of Business Admin. And inside that program, I have a subject by the name of Management. I have Marketing. If I'm a marketing manager for 20, 30 years, I know everything about marketing. I'm sure, you know. So, I do not want to sit for Management and Marketing papers. Two papers, for example. So, I can come to APEL Center. I can tell APEL Center that I know these 2 subjects very well. I want APEL C. So we at APEL Center we will ask you to apply for APEL. And the application process is very simple. Okay, first of all, you do a self-assessment, and then you submit a knowledge resume. If you're eligible, we will allow you to sit for that APEL. You register and you pay fees. Okay, and then you will have to do an assessment, either a portfolio submission or either a challenge test, and that will be graded.
Oh, that will be
yes,
graded.
Yes, definitely, because you say you know. So when you say you know, you have to know.
All right.
And then we will endorse the results, and then we will give the credits to the students. So that's the process.
Okay, doctor, can you explain what is the maximum credit hours allowed to be transferred for one student?
Okay, the maximum percentage is 30% from the total graduating credits. Okay, this is for APEL, and this is on top of the normal 30% credit transfer provision that we have. Okay, so that is the benefit that OUM can provide. So once you get this 30% credit transfer, of course, like I said earlier, you're going to reduce your cost of studying, and you're going to graduate faster. And this is wonderful. Okay, as a student, I would want to graduate faster.
Definitely.
And I would want to pay lesser price. Okay, and OUM can give you that. Because let me put it in a different way. I'm a data person. I like to give you numbers. In 2015, the total applications for APEL was 140.
140?
Yes.
Okay.
In 2016, it was 174, and in 2017, it increased to 182. So the numbers are coming up. It's increasing. I mean, the idea of APEL must be taken by everyone. We must recognize people's prior experiential learning. Let me give you another story. Okay. To give you a better picture on APEL. Okay, let me relate. Do you know in Tokyo, the suicide rates was very high?
Yes.
Okay, accidents and suicide rates was very high, crimes and so on. So what they did was they installed blue lighting in the railway stations, which reduced crimes and suicide rates by 9%. Okay, with a small change. Change is necessary, and the way people do things are different nowadays. So I think we also have to cope with that. We have to do things differently. We have to recognize people's learning, experiential learning. So we have to accept the idea of APEL, generally speaking. Research papers have clearly shown that to increase the social status of a university, we must believe in the credit transfer or credit award. Research have shown this. And one more thing that I would like to highlight here is, in OUM, there are more than 150 papers which have been open for APEL. We have roughly about 800 papers.
Oh, that's a lot.
That's like 18 to 20% of the papers are open for APEL, and we aspire to increase this number to 25 to 30%.
Oh, okay.
We will work on that.
Okay, listeners, let's take a small break and we'll come back shortly. Hi, we are at the final minutes with our guest today, Dr. Muhammad Afzhan bin Muhammad Khalil, the director of APEL. Doctor, is there anything else you would like to share to our listeners?
Let me sum up with the research finding. Okay, there is no significant difference between the performance of an APEL student and a normal student, which means that APEL students are equally good, because they come in with fantastic experience. They come in with rich experience. And those experiences, they include in the exam answers, they include in the assignments, and that is it's always a pleasure to read the assignments and exam papers. Okay?
It is non-formal learning, right? Their experiences?
Yes, the non-formal and informal learning is, I think, is a very expensive or a very priceless experience that they can bring into OUM.
So, if the listeners out there interested to join, what should they do and where they should go?
OUM is everywhere. We have 33 learning centers throughout Malaysia. You name it, we have it everywhere. You just can walk in any learning center. They will give you wonderful service. They will help you, and they will make it an easy process for you to enroll with OUM.
Can the listeners out there contact your center if they have any question on APEL?
Okay, if you like to contact APEL Center, Accreditation of Prior Experiential
Alright.
Learning Center, you can contact us at 0327732556. For more information, we will definitely entertain you, or you can go to any of the 33 learning centers in OUM.
In case the listeners have missed it, they can in fact check our OUM portal and go to your
Website.
your website, right?
Yes. Of course,
Okay.
we have a website on APEL.
Okay. Thank you so much, Doctor.
Not yet. One last, I want this interview to be longer, but I think we're short of time. But I want to give a final solid conclusion here.
All right, please do. Go
From the open entry system license that was granted by MOHE to OUM in 2006, we were one of the pioneers lah.
Yes,
In 2006, right up to today, we have more than 22,000 learners joining through APEL. If they can, anyone can.
That's true.
Isn't it?
Yes.
Okay, so if 22,000 people can do it, I'm sure you can do it as well. So, I wish you all the best. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Afzhan, for being here today and sharing your inputs on APEL. To all iRadio listeners, stay tuned, more interesting segment coming up.